Welcome to my breakfast table. We are back. Welcome back to Pancake Hot Take. We are here at the Hen House Eatery in Minneapolis, where I have been covering the Minnesota Invite for the last 2 days. Before that, I was in Atlanta covering the US Open for 2 days. And now it's time to put a bow on it and give this whole weekend a Pancake Hot Take. This weekend we saw two very different meets. The first of which, US Open in Atlanta, was a long course tune-up for many Olympic hopefuls. We saw some very tight races highlighted by a few surprises. Whereas in Minneapolis at the Minnesota Invite, we saw a short course showdown where many of the top NCAA teams in the country were battling it out. Records tumbled, relays were disqualified. We had a lot happening. And for that, I'm giving this entire weekend 4 tiramisu pancakes. Since this is a weekend-long recap, I will be giving you 4 of my favorite swims, 4 surprises, and as always, the syrup on top. Now you might be saying to yourself, Coleman, do tiramisu pancakes really need syrup? The answer is obviously, of course they do. Let's get into it. My number 4 swim, Alvin Jiang's 100 fly split. On Texas's 400 medley relay, he split 43.82 in the 100 fly. This UNC transfer, who is now a junior, is looking very promising with just a semester with the horns. Number 3, Erika Brown becomes the 8th fastest American woman all time in the 100 long course meter freestyle. She drops a 53.4 in the final session of the US Open, upsetting Olympic and world champion Simone Manuel. Erika Brown has had a heck of a 2 weeks of taper. I'm excited to see what she's got for the rest of the season. Number 2, Maggie Mack from Michigan drops a 49.26 in the 100-yard fly, tying the NCAA and US Open record in the 100 fly. She joins Louise Hansen as the fastest woman ever in that event. And the number 1 swim, you guys know what it is. If not, read more SwimSwam. Abby Weitzel drops a 20.90 in the 50-yard freestyle, becoming the first woman ever under 21 seconds in the event. That is a pancake-worthy swim. On to 4 surprises of the weekend, and surprisingly, there were a lot. Number 4, Tory Huske going 57.5, upsetting the likes of Kelsey Dahlia and company. She also breaks her own 15-16 national age group record in the 100-meter fly the day before she turns 17. Number 3, Katy Libecki, distance ace, ends up in the B final of the 200 freestyle after a very tight prelims in the event. However, she gets it done from lane 4, heat 1, going 156.24 in the B final to set the US Open meet record. Number 2, Phoebe Bacon going 58.6 in the 100-meter backstroke. She upsets her fellow 18-year-old and world record holder Reagan Smith in the event and dips under 59 seconds for the first time. Number 1, the entirety of the Texas men's swim team. I don't think anyone expected them to swim this lights out in November. We've become accustomed to them looking a little more sluggish in season and having a massive taper for February and March, but this was such a delight. The team as a whole dropped a slew of PBs, and I am loving this heading into the rest of the NCAA season. And the syrup on top. My favorite part of the weekend, 2019 goes out with a bang, and this sets the stage for a very exciting 2020. At US Open, we saw Olympic dark horses lightning their way up to Olympic contenders, and in Minnesota, we saw the makings of what could be 2 very exciting NCAA meets. On the women's side, there is really no clear winner for the team title. And on the men's side, it's looking to be a Cal and Texas battle once again, but from there, who the heck knows what's gonna happen. That's all for me this weekend. I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more Pancake Hot Takes as we see some exciting swims leading up to the 2020 Olympic trials and of course, the 2020 Olympic Games. Until 2020, stay hungry. You know, I get this question a lot, and I may finally have an answer. Best pancakes I've ever had? Tiramisu pancakes, Hen House Eatery, Minneapolis, Minnesota. And that is a Pancake Hot Take.